Please like the video and share it so that it reaches many more people and you get sawaba, or rewards from Allah. This could be a sawabe jariyah or continuous reward for you long after you are gone.
Volume 6, Book 60, number 114. Narrated by Said bin Jubair. The people of Kufa disputed, about the above verse. So I went to Ibn Abbas and asked him about it. He said, this verse, and whoever kills a believer intentionally, his recompense is hell, was revealed last of all, concerning premeditated murder, and nothing abrogated it. Volume 6, Book 60, number 115. Narrated by Ibn Abbas. Regarding the verse, and say not to anyone who offers you peace, by accepting Islam, you are not a believer. There was a man amidst his sheep. The Muslims pursued him, and he said to them, peace be on you, but they killed him and took over his sheep. Thereupon Allah revealed in that concern, the above verse up to, seeking the perishable good of this life. 4.94, i.e. those sheep. Volume 6, Book 60, number 116. Narrated by Zayd bin Thabit. That the Prophet dictated to him, not equal are those of the believers who sit at home, and those who strive and fight in the cause of Allah. Zayd added, Ibn Maktum came while the Prophet was dictating to me and said, O Allah's Apostle, by Allah, if I had the power to fight in Allah's cause, I would, and he was a blind man. So Allah revealed to his apostle while his thigh was on my thigh, and his thigh became so heavy that I was afraid it might fracture my thigh. Then that state of the Prophet passed and Allah revealed, except those who are disabled, by injury or are blind or lame etc. Volume 6, Book 60, number 117. Narrated by Al-Bara. When the verse, not equal are those of the believers who sit at home, 4.95, was revealed, Allah Apostle called for Zayd who wrote it. In the meantime Ibn Maktum came and complained of his blindness. So Allah revealed, except those who are disabled, by injury or are blind or lame, etc. 4.95. Volume 6, Book 60, number 118. Narrated by Al-Bara. When the verse, not equal are those of the believers who sit at home, 4.95, was revealed, the Prophet said, call so and so. That person came to him with an ink pot and a wooden board or a shoulder scapular bone. The Prophet said to him, write, not equal are those believers who sit at home, and those who strive and fight in the cause of Allah. Ibn Maktum, who was sitting behind the Prophet, then said, O Allah's Apostle, I am a blind man. So there was revealed in the place of that verse, the verse, not equal are those of the believers who sit at home, except those who are disabled, by injury, or are blind or lame etc., and those who strive and fight in the cause of Allah. 4.95. Volume 6, Book 60, number 119. Narrated by Ibn Abbas. Not equal are those believers who sat at home, and did not join the Badr battle and those who joined the Badr battle. Volume 6, Book 60, number 120. Narrated by Muhammad bin Abdur Rahman Abu al-Aswad. The people of Medina were forced to prepare an army to fight against the people of Sham during the caliphate of Abdullah bin Azad Zubair at Mecca, and I was enlisted in it. Then I met Ikrimah, the freed slave of Ibn Abbas, and informed him about it, and he forbade me strongly to do so, i.e. to enlist in that army, and then said, Ibn Abbas informed me that some Muslim people were with the pagans, increasing the number of the pagans against Allah's Apostle. An arrow used to be shot which would hit one of them, the Muslims in the company of the pagans, and kill him. Or he would be struck and killed with a sword. Then Allah revealed, verily, As for those whom the angels take in death, while they are wronging themselves, by staying among the disbelievers, 4.97. Abu Aswad added, except the weak ones among men, women, 4.98. Volume 6, Book 60, number 121. Narrated by Ibn Abbas. Except the weak ones, 4.98, and added, my mother was one of those whom Allah excused. Volume 6, Book 60, number 122. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. While the Prophet was offering the Isha prayer, he said, Allah hears him who sends his praises to him, and then said before falling in prostration, O Allah, save Ayash bin Rabia. O Allah, save Salama bin Hisham. O Allah, save Al-Walid bin Al-Wad. O Allah, save the weak ones among the believers. O Allah, let your punishment be severe on the tribe of Mudda. O Allah, inflict upon them years of famine, like the years of Joseph. Volume 6, Book 60, number 123. Narrated by Ibn Abbas. Regarding the verse, because of the inconvenience of rain or because you're ill, 4.102, it was revealed in connection with Abdur Rahman bin Auf who was wounded. Volume 6, Book 60, number 124. Narrated by Aisha. Regarding the verse, they ask your instruction concerning the women. Say, Allah instructs you about them and yet whom you desire to marry. 4.127, has been revealed regarding the case of a man who has an orphan girl, and he is her guardian and her heir. The girl shares with him all his property, even a date palm garden, but he dislikes to marry her and dislikes to give her in marriage to somebody else who would share with him the property she is sharing with him. And for this reason that guardian prevents that orphan girl from marrying. So, this verse was revealed sad face, and Allah's statement smiley face. If a woman fears cruelty or desertion on her husband's part. 4.128. Volume 6, Book 60, number 125. Narrated by Aisha. Regarding the verse, if a woman fears cruelty or desertion on her husband's part. 4.128, it is about a man who has a woman, wife, and he does not like her and wants to divorce her, but she says to him, I make you free as regards myself. So this verse was revealed in this connection. Volume 6, Book 60, number 126. Narrated by Al-Aswad. While we were sitting in a circle in Abdullah's gathering, Hudhaifa came and stopped before us, and greeted us and then said, people better than you became hypocrites. Al-Aswad said, I testify the uniqueness of Allah. Allah says, verily, the hypocrites will be in the lowest depths of the fire. 4.145, on that, Abdullah smiled and Hudhaifa sat somewhere in the mosque. Abdullah then got up and his companions, sitting around him, dispersed. Hudhaifa then threw a pebble at me, to attract my attention. I went to him and he said. I was surprised at Abdullah's smile though he understood what I said. Verily, people better than you became hypocrite and then repented and Allah forgave them. Volume 6, Book 60, number 127. Narrated by Abdullah. The Prophet said, none has the right to say that I am better than Jonah bin Matta. Volume 6, Book 60, number 128. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. The Prophet said, whoever says that I am better than Jonah bin Matta, is a liar. Volume 6, Book 60, number 129. Narrated by Al-Bara. The last surah that was revealed was Bara, and the last verse that was revealed was, they ask you for a legal verdict, say, Allah's directs, thus, about those who leave no descendants or ascendants as heirs. 4.176.